This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only. Don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, these bad actors have now found another way, in my opinion, to take advantage of retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. They got this new company. It's called Backed, and they're tokenizing GameStop, tokenizing Microsoft, tokenizing Tesla. And this, in my opinion, is another FTX on steroids. They claim it's going to give international investors an opportunity to invest in S&P 500 companies, blah, 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 blah. This is absolute, in my opinion, another tool for these bad actors to rob retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. First of all, they're claiming it's a bridge between traditional financing and decentralized finances. I think that's absolutely stupid, in my opinion. They said it's going to be on the Swiss distribution ledger technology. Let me tell you guys something. These guys are making tokenized shares that they don't own, that they're borrowing the shares. Listen to this. Listen to how this shit works. They're borrowing the shares and then using the borrowed shares as the one-for-one for the tokens that they're going to be selling to people. And let's simplify it as simple as possible, where a 5-year-old could understand. I have 1 million shares in the float of XYZ company, 1 million shares. These guys borrowed 1 million shares and then sell an additional million tokens of XYZ company. So now XYZ company has 2 million shares out there. They just doubled their float. They just diluted the value of the company. And the only people making money is these tokenized stock people. They're the only ones making money. They're the only ones making money. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. How can you borrow shares and then tokenize them, and it goes back to selling shit that you don't own? I mean, this is absolutely crazy. This is naked shorting on steroids, because that is what is going to happen. And then, second of all, did Microsoft, did Tesla, did GameStop give you trademark authorization to be tokenizing their stock? I am sure that they didn't. These companies need to file a trademark lawsuit against Bakkt to stop them from tokenizing their stock, from using their trademark to make money and dilute the value of their company. They don't own the shares. They're allegedly borrowing the shares. And who knows if they're borrowing the shares 1 time over, 2 times over, 10 times over, 20 times over. And then they're selling it to unsuspecting investors internationally and probably nationally also. And the only people that benefit from this transaction are the people who are lending them the shares, and who knows if they're lending them real shares. But in reality, it is shorting. It is naked shorting the stock, and they probably don't even have to report how many tokenized shares they sold. They probably won't even have to report it, because they're going to claim that they're doing it to international investors and blah, 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 blah. This Bakkt, tokenized GME, tokenized Microsoft, tokenized Tesla is another tool that these bad actors are going to be using to rob retail investors, rob pension funds, and rob institutions that follow the rules. If my float is X amount, you can't lend my shares and then sell my entire float all over again, because that's what they're doing. That's what they're They're giving themselves the opportunity to sell the entire float of a company all over again. This is a business model that would be fraud in any other industry. In no other industry could you borrow something and then sell it. In no other industry could you borrow something and then sell it. So now they're changing the shorting game. They're changing the naked shorting game by borrowing shares that they don't own, that probably don't even exist, and then allegedly tokenizing them, which in my opinion violates these companies' trademark rights. It violates these companies' trademark rights, and then they're selling these tokenized stocks knowing that they don't really own them. Okay? How did the SEC allow this to happen? How did the DOJ allow this to happen? How did the FBI allow this to happen? Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think it is a good business model to be able to violate companies' trademark and then sell tokenized stocks that you don't even own? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.